We have an awesome cast, as you can see here. Yeah, they're great. When we were going through the process, obviously after Mark and I had written the script, we were actually joking tonight. I remember I said to him, like, I'm like, you know, we'll try to get Blythe Danner. And Mark being like, whatever, man, that's not gonna happen. So, I mean, it was this really tiny thing, but my producers are amazing, and they got the script to her manager, and he read it and gave it to her. She read it, and then we met. So Blythe came on board before we had any financing or anything. And I just said, look, no one else can do this but you. I still believe that. I feel like this is her movie, and I'm so happy for her that she gets this opportunity to shine. She's such an amazing actress, and yeah, she's amazing. So I'm really happy for her. And then Martin came on. Literally, it's like, then he came on. And then when we were relatively financed and we knew when we were going to shoot, these were my first choices. I just said, okay, I want Sam Elliott, I want Mary Kay Place. You know, I just went down the line. And my casting director sent it out, and every single person said yes. So we were just like, great, let's go make a movie. You know, it was really overwhelming, especially when I got the call about Sam. I remember going like, whoa, my life is about to change, you know?
So the question is, how does a young guy get the idea to write about this story?
For me, it came from a place of some themes that I was curious about. And a lot of questions that I was asking myself in my life. So, you know, I think a lot of people say they make films that are personal, you know? And this film is personal to me, even though it's not about me. And it was very important that it wasn't about me. It was very important to me that the themes that I was interested in you know, talking about were about life and death and loss and sort of the why as to why we're here and what it all means. Like the big basic life questions that I think all of us ask, very universal stuff. And I came up with this character, and I thought she was the appropriate vessel for those questions that I had. And when I took it to Mark and I said, hey, I've got this idea, it's about this 7-year-old widow and this and the dog, and you know, we collaborated fully on the actual screenplay, and I think just tried our best to make it authentic and put ourselves in the shoes of these people and do our best to make it, you know, I mean, how would you describe, I get that question every Q&A, so how would you describe the writing process?
The writing process?
I mean, just like, everyone's like, how did you get into the shoes of an older woman? And
well, I mean, when you came to me with this idea, the first thing you said was that you were obsessed with death.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I think that definitely informed the way we wrote this script. She was obsessed with death. I think we didn't have to think too hard about that.
Yeah. So it comes from those themes, and I felt like if I wrote it about a 30-year-old guy dealing with these themes, it wouldn't have the impact that it should. We're writers, we're storytellers, and I think at the end of the day, the thing that we care about most is authenticity, is being honest, being real, not pandering to people, not pretending to know that we know about a demographic. Like my next film is about 2 14-year-old boys. You know, and I haven't been 14 in a while, and, you know, so I have to now put my mind into that. But I think if you're a good storyteller and a good filmmaker, you should try to widen your horizons as much as you can beyond yourself. Because you can probably make only one, maybe one good movie about you. And I'm not there yet. I haven't had that interesting of a life. So I'm curious about the things that make me ask questions, and then I say, how can I tell that story? So for me, it's like, the idea that this film is, I mean, look, you make a film, it gets marketed, it gets packaged, it's a product. And that's just part of the business. So this film is very much being marketed to people over a certain age. But I think it's a universal film, and it came from 2 younger guys that I think that was never our intention. Our intention was never to make it for an older audience, but it was to make just a good movie. But the fact that it rings true for anyone, you know, of that age, and they're like, hey, you know what, you nailed it, that means a lot. So I'm glad. Thank you.
Brett Haley, Marc Basch, I'll see you in my dreams.
Thank you, guys.